Hi everyone, this is Krista with Art Graphic Studio. If this is your first visit to my channel, then welcome. And if you've been here before, then welcome back, and I do appreciate your support. Today I'm going to show you how to assemble my fan fold easel twist card. So let's get started. If you have not already downloaded your SVG file, you can go to my Etsy shop by going to etsy.com and searching for Art Graphic Studio. Then scroll or search for the SVG you're looking for. If you are a Cricut Design Space user, you may be able to access my free designs. For more information, see my note at the end of this video. Sometimes, depending upon your system and or your software, you may have to resize your uploaded design before you can make it. While I'm demonstrating this in Cricut Design Space, the same principles apply no matter what software you're using. So to get started, you'll need to upload your design files. Now, typically in Cricut, this is going to be an SVG file, but there might be other files, PDFs or PNGs or JPEGs. So let's go to Upload, Upload Image, and Browse. Now we're going to go to where we know our files are, in this case, crafts and envelopes. Now today I'm going to show you on this 4.5 by 9.5 inch envelope. So I'll open that and open the SVG file. Now here's our file. So let's upload that. And here it is. Now let's just click on that. And you see this green border? That indicates that it's selected. So we want to add that to our canvas over on the lower right. Now here we have it. Let's make it a little smaller so we can see the whole thing. Now you can see it's all grouped, but before we ungroup it, we need to do one thing, and that is to resize it, or to see if we need to resize it. In this case, I said I wanted a 4.5 by 9.5 inch card. So I'm going to create a rectangle, unlock the edit, and change that to width of 9.5 and a height of 4.5. Oops, 9.5. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to move this size that I know to be the correct size into place. About there. And as you can see, that's pretty close. So I think I'm just going to use that. And I'm going to get rid of that because I don't need it now. But let's say, for example, our envelope or whatever our project was came in at a different size. So here's the size we wanted, but as we can see, it's way too small. So what we want to do now is to adjust the size of the project. In this case, it's an envelope. So I'm just going to grab the corner and I'm going to expand it until I get it about where I think it ought to be. Now I've gotten it a little too big, so I'm going to reduce that. And there, that's about what we need for it to be. So we don't need our rectangle anymore. And here we are, ready to start designating our score lines. So now we know it's the right size. Let's go ahead and ungroup it. Now we want to change our score lines into score lines because they come in as cut lines. And in order to do that, click on the area that you know to be your score lines. And the way you know these will be score lines is because this box right here turns red. So we want to change basic cut to score. Now you can see that we have our score lines. Now all you have to do is select both your score lines and your design and attach them. Now you're ready to make it. And when it comes up, you can see that your score lines and your design is all on your cutting board. This is the fan twist easel card, and this is what you will receive in your SVG file. It's a blank, and you can decorate it however you like to for your occasion or your taste. And this is the way it sits up. Now I have decided to make mine a Mother's Day card. And I have added some cutouts along the top. This is the fan part. This is the base, and all the others, this is the back, and all the others are decor. So let's get started putting it together. Now this is the base, and it has a fold line right down the middle, and it also has a fold line corner to corner that will make our easel. And that's the way that'll stand up. Now we have several things we need to go ahead and put together. This will go inside the base card. So we'll glue that down. And each of these panels also have need to be glued down. Now this one here is the stopper. And what it will do is it will sit in this corner and it will stop the easel from sliding forward. And it has 3 pieces. So we'll put all those together and we'll be right back. Now these are our fan, and they're scored every 1/2 inch. So you just need to fan fold each of these, and then we'll connect them together like that. Now I do want to point out that in the blank, I have not scalloped the edge or cut out the edge of the fan as I have done on this, but it's easy enough to do in Cricut Design Space or whatever cutting program you're using. So we have our 2 pieces, and we want to glue them together. Like this, or you can overlap them and glue it like that, which is what I think I'm going to do. It'll make it a little more sturdy if I put glue here and here and then overlap these. So we're going to give that a minute to dry, and then we're going to come back and clamp it together. All right, now that we've gotten that done, we're going to want to fan fold them together and glue those pieces. And then we're going to clamp them. So we're going to put glue on each of these sides and then turn it over and do the same thing and put glue on each of those sides. So we'll do that, and then we'll come back and clamp it. Now we're going to let that dry for a good long while because it needs to really hold. So we'll go on to our other parts of the project, and we'll come back to that. Now this is the little box that holds the fan. This right here. So we're going to put that together. Fold at the score lines. And then we're going to put these together and glue this to here, and then glue that down like this. Now if you'd like to, you can trim these off, but as you can see on this, it doesn't really show behind the fan, and it does give it a little more strength to hold that fan in. So we're going to glue this. And then we're going to glue that down. Now I'm going to put a little paper clip to hold that in place until it dries. and we'll be right back. All right, now we're going to put our panels on, and this is the way the card will sit. So this will be our back panel, this right here, and we will glue that down. Now these will be our panels for here, here, and here. Now you don't have to use this one if you don't want to, because the fan will cover most of that. That's just up to you, but I did provide it for you. Now, here is our fan, and it is glued, and it will fit inside of here. Like this. And it will be glued right here in this corner. So when it's lifted up, this is the way that will look. So we're going to go ahead and glue this into here. And it's going to take quite a bit of glue. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on each of those sides to bring that fan in. And we need to give that just a minute to dry. Now I do have a back that I made that can go on here, which can be any sentiment that you want to change it to, of course, depending on what your card topic is. Now, we're going to want to glue our fan right here in this corner, so that when we lift it up, that's the way it will look. And this is the way it will glue down. Right here. So I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes. Now this is the stop, and it goes right in this corner. And I'm going to put that on with some dimensionals. Raise it up a little bit. While I haven't included it in your SVG packet, I did make a little ribbon to go across the top, which I will put on with some dimensionals. But first, I want to put on the decorations. And I have cut out some flowers for mine. You can use whatever you decide to use for your project. And it's just a matter of taste. Now I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put this one on with some dimensionals as well. And I've got some little green leaves I'm going to put her in, I think. And then I'm going to put here, I could put a flower here, or I could put the ribbon here. And I think I'll do that. I'll put that ribbon right there. Now you want to be sure that you don't get it too far out of the lines of the card so that you can still fit it in an envelope. And I will mention that this is very thick, so you will need to, if you're going to mail it, you will probably need to put it in a box, a mailing box. There we go. I think that's enough. So we'll let that dry. And then I think we will be done. And here we have our finished product. I think it turned out really cute. Thanks for watching, and if you find this video useful, don't forget to click the like, subscribe, and notification bell to stay informed about more exciting projects. I appreciate you watching my video, and I will see you next time. If you're a Cricut Design Space user, you can access some of my shared projects by opening Cricut Design Space, and on the home screen, in the search bar, type Art, Graphics, Studio, and press Enter. Then scroll down to Community Members and click on Art Graphics Studio. There you'll find all of my shared projects.